How many times have you solved a problem, walked away from the conversation, and thought absolutely nothing of it? Maybe that particular conversation registered as nothing to you, or maybe it felt just too natural for you to count. Maybe it was a conversation where somebody asked you how you managed your workload and you walked them through your entire system. Maybe it was someone who came to you stressed out about a career decision and you helped them think through it in 15 minutes. Or maybe it was when someone watched how you showed up and they said to you, I want to know how you do what it is you do. And you probably said something like,
oh, girl, please, that's just how I do it.
But here's what I want you to consider. What feels like a conversation to you often feels like clarity to the person you're talking to. What feels like common sense to you can feel like a breakthrough to them. And somewhere out there right now, someone is paying a coach a few hundred to a few $1,000s for the exact same conversation that you have every single day. Now, I'm not saying that to make you feel like you're leaving money on the table. I'm saying it because I really want you to see the value that you've been carrying with you the whole time. Women are walking around every single day with decades of experience, hard-won wisdom, and real-world results that other people would pay a premium to access. Those women just haven't been shown how to package it yet. And that's exactly what this video is about. I'm going to walk you through not one, not two, but 10 high-income coaching business ideas that are built entirely around things that women already know how to do. And I want you to stay with me until the end because I'm going to share the one thing that determines whether or not any of these ideas turn into income. And this is this part right here, the actual translation of your skills into income. This is where most coaches get it completely wrong. And I also want to make sure that you have something practical in your hands after watching this video, because I want you to have something that is going to help you go even deeper. So keep watching and I'll tell you all about that in just a bit. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been rocking with me for a while, welcome back. My name is Nick Scott and I am the founder and CEO of Her Income Edit. We are an online education platform designed to help professional women take their existing skills and turn them into sustainable businesses through coaching and digital offers. And we do all of this without you quitting your 9-to-5, without the burnout, and without you having to start from scratch. Now I want to address something right at the top before we get into it, because I already know some of you are thinking,
this is all great, but I genuinely don't know what I would even coach on.
And I want to say that this is probably the most common place where women get stuck. And that doesn't mean that there's nothing there. It just means you need a starting point. So I created one for you. It's called 101 Coaching Ideas, and it gives you 101 coaching niches organized around the kind of skills and lived experiences that women already have. If you've been toying with this coaching idea and drawing a blank every time you try to get specific about it, I want you to start with this guide. The link for 101 Coaching Ideas is down in the description. Okay? Let's get into it. So before I get into this list, I need to give you some very transparent context around something. Because when most people hear the word coaching, they immediately go to one specific area, and that's life coaching. And then they immediately think that is not for me. So I want to be clear about what coaching is before we go any further. Coaching is not therapy. Coaching is not consulting, although it can look very similar. Coaching is the process of helping someone get from where they are to where they want to be using knowledge, structure, and accountability. And that means that any area of life or work where people struggle to get results on their own, that is an area of coaching that has a market. Career transitions, financial decisions, health habits, leadership presence, communication, confidence, business building, relationships, parenting strategy, study habits. Every single one of those things that I just named is a coaching niche. And every single one of those has women who are already equipped to teach it. All of them have women who are already equipped to lead it. And all of them already have women who are already equipped to charge for it. Now, here's the thing that most people miss about the list that I'm getting ready to give you. None of these ideas require you to be the world's leading expert or authority on any of these topics. They require you to be a few steps ahead of the person that you're helping. That is the gold standard. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have a PhD. You don't need 15 years of documented results. You need to be a few steps ahead. You need a framework for what you know, and you need to be able to help the person get the result so that they wouldn't be able to get on their own. And if you have all three of those things, guess what? You have a coaching business. And I want to add just one more thing before we get into the list, because I've seen women sit with a coaching idea for months and sometimes years, and then they never build anything from it. And almost each and every time, their reason is the same. They're waiting to feel qualified enough because they're measuring themselves against coaches who have been doing this work for literally years. And they're forgetting the person that they're meant to serve isn't looking for the most advanced person in the room. The person that you're meant to serve is looking for someone who can help them solve their specific problem right now. The woman who just figured out how to manage her time while working 2 jobs, she doesn't need a productivity guru with 20 years of corporate experience. She needs someone who figured out the same thing 6 months ago and can show her exactly how they did it. And that is the version of coaching that is available to you right now. Most of the women watching this video have all three of those things already. They just haven't been given the permission to call it coaching yet. So consider this video your permission, and consider this list I'm about to give you your starting point. Now, let's go through all 10. If you've ever successfully navigated a career change, a pivot, a promotion, or a re-entry into the workforce after taking time away, you have a coaching niche. Career transitions are one of the most common and most searched for coaching categories right now because most people know they want something different. What they don't have is someone who's already been through it and can help them map the path. You don't need to be a career counselor. You need to have made the move and know how to help somebody else make theirs. This is one of the most highest demand coaching niches for women, and it is almost always underpriced by the women who offer it. If you've managed a team, led a department, or spent any time in a supervisory role, you have leadership coaching material. And I want to be specific about who this is for. This isn't just for executives. This is for the woman who's been the unofficial leader in every room that she's walked into. You know, the one who other people go to when they want to know how to handle a difficult situation, the one people go to when they want to know how to run a better meeting, the one people go to when they want to learn how to manage up, down, backwards, and sideways, the one people go to when they want to learn how to lead without losing their mind. Leadership coaching is one of the highest earning niches in the coaching industry. And the women who do it the best aren't always the ones who have the biggest title. They're the ones that have the most practical wisdom. Before anyone panics, this is not financial advising. This is coaching around money mindset, budgeting habits, debt payoff strategies, and building a healthier relationship with money. If you've paid off significant debt, built a savings from scratch, learned to budget on a tight income, or figured out how to start investing without a finance degree, that journey is a coaching offer. There are millions of women right now that are stressed out about money, but they're not not ready to walk into a financial advisor's office. They're not looking for a financial plan. They're looking for someone who has sat with the same financial anxiety that they're sitting in right now, and that person has found a way through. And that someone, it could be you. And financial wellness coaching is one of the niches where the results speak way louder than the credentials. You have a real story and you have a real transformation. That right there, that's your qualification. If you've built a sustainable health habit, lost weight and kept it off, managed a chronic condition through lifestyle changes, or figured out how to prioritize your wellness while working full time and raising a family, you have a coaching niche. Health and wellness coaching is one of the most diverse coaching markets in the entire world. And the most powerful coaches in this space aren't always the ones who have certifications. They're the ones who have a story. They're the ones who have done the thing and now they're helping others do it too. There's a whole population of high achieving women who are drowning in their to-do lists, and they genuinely can't figure out why nothing gets done. If you've cracked the code on managing your own time, batching your work, or systems that hold up in a real busy life, someone is waiting to pay you for that. Productivity coaching is not just for corporate teams. It's for the woman who's running a household, a career, and a side project, and she needs someone to help her build a schedule that doesn't run her to the ground. Okay, we are halfway through the list. And I want to pause for just a second because I know some of you have already had a moment where something clicked. If it did, I want you to give this video a thumbs up and keep watching, because at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the one thing that determines whether or not any of these ideas turn into income. And it's not the one that most people think. This one is for the woman who has done deep personal work on her own self-doubt, her imposter syndrome, or the internal stories that kept her playing small. If you've been through it and you've built your way out of it, that experience has tremendous market value, because confidence isn't something that anybody can buy in a book. It's something that they build in a relationship with someone who has already walked through the same fire. Mindset coaching isn't soft, y'all. It's the foundation of every other result a person is trying to create in their life. If you've ever started a business, freelanced, launched an offer, or built anything from scratch, you have startup coaching material. And I want to say specifically, this isn't just for the person who has built a multi-million-dollar business. The woman who built a small cleaning business while working full-time has startup knowledge. The woman who launched a freelance writing career in the evenings, she has startup knowledge. The woman who sold handmade products for 3 years before pivoting, she has startup knowledge. There are people right now who want to start something and have no idea where to even start. And you knowing when and how to start, that is worth something. And it's worth more than you've been told. And there is a very specific kind of person who needs a startup coach right now. This person has a full-time job, a full life, and a business idea that just won't leave her alone. That woman doesn't need a business plan. She needs someone who has already done the messy, non-linear, figure it out as you go part, and can help her avoid the mistakes that cost her time and money. If you're someone who is comfortable speaking in front of people, facilitating difficult conversations, presenting to executives, or navigating conflict with clarity, this is your coaching niche. Communication coaching is one of the most overlooked and undervalued coaching niches in this space, and the demand for it is enormous. Most people would give a lot to be better at articulating their ideas, advocating for themselves, or showing up with confidence when the stakes are high. If you've built that skill, you have something to offer. If you've ever helped someone study more efficiently, pass a certification exam, get through a graduate program, or develop better learning habits, this is a coaching niche with a very large and very eager market. Test prep coaching, graduate school coaching, and skills coaching for adult learners, or even first generation college student support, all of this is real, all of it is in demand, and all of it can be delivered virtually without a physical classroom. Work-life balance isn't the right frame for what most of us are trying to build. Work-life integration coaching helps women learn how to figure out how to have a career that doesn't consume them, a personal life that doesn't feel like an afterthought, and a body that doesn't break down in the middle of all of it. If you've found a version of life that feels livable, that right there is a coaching offer. Because most women in this season of their lives, they're not looking for someone to tell them what to do. They're looking for someone who has figured out how to live it. Okay, there you have it. 10 coaching niche ideas. And I know what might be happening with some of you right now. One or two of those ideas landed and you're already starting to talk yourself out of it. You might be thinking,
I don't know if that's specific enough. I don't know if people would even pay for that. I don't know which one to pick.
and that's exactly why I built my 5-day email course. It's called Skills to Income, and it walks you through a 3-category skills audit that helps you figure out exactly which one of your skills has real market value right now. It also gives you 5 different templates for turning that skill into a second income stream. And this email course shows you where to find your first client without a huge social media following or a website. The course is 5 days and it's completely free. The link is down in the description. Now here's the thing I told you about at the top of this video. The thing that determines whether or not any of these ideas can be turned into income. It's not what niche you choose. It's not how long you've been doing it. It's not how many people follow you. It's whether or not you have an offer. I'm talking about a real, structured, priced, and ready to sell offer. Not a vague idea that lives in your notes app. Not a concept that you're still trying to figure out all the details about. I mean an offer with a specific promise, a specific result, and a specific price. Because a skill without an offer is just a skill. It doesn't become income until someone says yes to it. And this is the part where most women stall, because the knowledge is there, the niche is there, but what's missing is a structure for turning what they know into something that someone can say yes to. And that gap, that is exactly why I created 2K in 2 hours. 2K in 2 hours is a micro course, and it's designed to take you from, I think I have something valuable, to having a complete sellable coaching offer in just 2 hours of focused work. This won't be a rough draft that you'll come back and visit someday. You'll have a real offer with a structure that makes sense to a buyer and a price that reflects the transformation that you provide. And you'll have the words to put in front of people so they know exactly what they're saying yes to. I built 2K in 2 hours because the offer is the missing piece for most people who are ready, but they still get stuck. And it's the piece that everything else depends on. You can have the best coaching niche in the world. You can have years of experience and a list of results that would make anyone say yes. But without an offer, none of that is a business. With an offer, all of it becomes income. If you're watching this and one of those 10 ideas lit something up inside of you, that feeling is telling you something that's worth listening to. I don't want you to file it away. I don't want you to add it to a list of things that you'll get to when things slow down. It's time to build your offer. The link for 2K in 2 hours is down in the description, or you can visit my website at herincomeedit.com/2K. Before I go, I want to leave you with this. The person who needs you isn't waiting for you to become more qualified. They're waiting for you to make yourself and your skills available. Your skills are not just a nice thing about you. Your skills are your next income stream. And the only thing standing between you and that income is the decision to build something around your skills. Now, if you're watching this video and you're not sure whether or not you need a certification to start coaching, I want you to watch this video, because I believe this video is going to answer a lot of questions that might be floating around in the back of your mind. Okay? I'll see you there.